All I can say is that the fake news just doesn't get it, do they?
And nobody gets Hollywood, I don't think. At least people I'm running with don't get Hollywood, how this thing could have happened. Still kind of processing it. It's fascinating. What happened Sunday night actually is pretty interesting. I know it's silly Hollywood, but there's a lot of takeaways here. Number one, here's what we're talking about.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And you know what really was offensive? Worse than the punch, actually, is 10 minutes later when he got his award, Hollywood standing up and giving him a standing ovation. And how about how he walked off? Like he just did something great, right? I mean, he's proud of himself, tugging on his vest there. Yeah, look at that strut. All right, so he did apologize tearfully, all over the place, right? He did not apologize to Chris Rock, the guy he punched, right? And about 15 minutes later, what was he doing? Partying to his own music, getting jiggy with it at some club? This is a morally bankrupt industry, Hollywood, clearly. Somebody asked me, could you imagine what would have happened if Tom Cruise punched the presenter at the Oscars? Say Chris Rock, a very famous and rich, powerful, successful white man punching a similar black man. It would have been a bigger issue than we have right now. And I am fascinated also because we saw somebody hit someone, no accountability. I also saw someone not hit anybody, not break anything, and he's in jail for the next 4 to 5 years. I'm talking about the Horns guy. Yeah, him and so many other January 6ers who didn't hurt anybody, who didn't break anything, and the book has been thrown at them and they're being treated like prisoners at Gitmo. How about all the folks who looted during the summer of 2020? You know how few of these people were arrested? And if they were, the charges were totally dropped. All right. Now, this is still a big story. I'm sorry. If you think this is a silly moment, I think it's a significant moment, this whole thing with Will Smith and Chris Rock. Who remembers the OJ Simpson verdict, huh? That was a real shocker. Actually, it depended, I guess, what you looked like, how you felt about this verdict. First of all, the verdict, not guilty.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant Orenthal James Simpson not guilty of the crime of murder in violation of Penal Code Section 187A, a felony upon Nicole Brown Simpson.
Yeah, that was a shocker, and people were shocked, but a lot of people were delighted. Let's face it, a lot of black people in this country were relieved and thought it was beautiful. A lot of white people thought the opposite. Number one, that was widespread sentiment among African Americans, and among Caucasians, it was quite the opposite.
Juror number 7 as to count 1, is this your verdict? Juror number 8 as to count 1, is this your verdict? Juror number 9 as to count 1, is this your verdict?
Interesting. And I feel like it's too early to tell, but a similar kind of feeling might be developing around this matter right now. Speaking of OJ, he spoke out about the whole Will Smith thing.
I know this. After what happened to me in Las Vegas, if I would have done that in front of 1 billion people watching around the world, they would have given me life without. I'm just saying, hey, take care.
OJ, he's free. He's free. So, again, it's too early to say, and a lot of people have a lot of opinions. This is one opinion I found pretty offensive. It's from Tiffany Haddish. You know who she is? She's a comedian, actress, and she's got some attitude, and don't mess with her.
It was incredible to watch Will up there, T1. How did you feel watching him give that speech?
I felt very proud. I felt gratified. And I just hope that more men are like that. Care about their families. Now, it's not just about you, right? It's not just about you, sir. What about your family, the people you create, the people that help you be who you are? That's important. That's what I think America forgot about.
America forgot to hit people when you get offended. There's a lot of that going on. All right, so she thinks this is all great. The apology, the tearful, rambling, non-apology to Chris Rock, slapping Chris Rock. This is all terrific. And confronting that reporter in that passive-aggressive, borderline nasty way. Now, I was thinking about her. Her name is Laura Zima, I believe, and she's the fiancée of Chris Harrison. So I think that she may have been traumatized because, well, her fiancé once had a minor tiff, and I would call that a minor tiff, with a person, and he lost his job, all right? He had been the host of The Bachelor for almost 20 years, fired for racial insensitivity. You want to see what happened? You want to see what undid his career? 2 decades long, never a problem. Everybody loved the guy. Remember that dress that the girl wore on The Bachelor? Yeah? Okay, you can barely see it. I don't know. I think we overdid it in the censorship here, but she wore one of those, it was a Southern cotillion of some kind. And she got in trouble for wearing this dress. And they were canceling her and cyberbullying her. And Chris Harrison made the mistake of sticking up for her when he was being interviewed. Watch.
Is it a good look in 2018 or is it not a good look in 2021?
It's
Because
not
there's
a
a big
good
difference.
look ever, because she's celebrating
Well-
the old South. If I went to that party, what would I represent at that party?
I don't disagree with you. You're 100% right in 2021. That was not the case in 2018. And again, I'm not defending Rachel. I just know that, I don't know, 50 million people did that in 2018 between, it's like that was a type of party that a lot of people went to.
Oh, how dare you? He did nothing wrong. The woke mob said he did everything wrong, and finally he had to at least pretend he did something wrong and apologize for it. On national television, he has to apologize for what it's going to sound like he ran over a bunch of kids while he was drunk driving. No, he's apologizing for what you just witnessed.
I am saddened and shocked at how insensitive I was in that interview with Rachel Lindsay. And I didn't speak from my heart. And that is to say, I stand against all forms of racism. And I am deeply sorry. I'm sorry to Rachel Lindsay. And I'm sorry to the Black community.
Over the top. I just, look, he wants to save his job, but he lost his job. When you start apologizing like this, when you did nothing wrong, you are in trouble. And the mob, they're not going to accept your apology. Strahan certainly didn't.
His apology is his apology, but it felt like it got nothing more than a surface response on any of this. And obviously, he's the man who wants to clearly stay on the show, but only time will tell if there is any meaning behind his words.
Hey, thanks a lot. He was gone less than a week later, Chris Harrison was. So this isn't just some game on television. This isn't just something that they do in Hollywood, those weirdos, because it has a trickle-down effect. The crazy rules that are being imposed by these people, media elites, is trickling down to you and me, the workforce, everyday people, on the corner. These guys, yeah, crazy rules. And they're putting all of us at each other's throats. How about the military? Tearing it apart, making it all about appearance instead of unity under a flag, a common cause. Now it's all about diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI. It's true. 80% of the time, they're talking about that. You know what could happen when we're brought into a conflict? They'll find out that our military went down, just like the Russian military did. I'm really worried about it.
Hey guys, it's Rob Carson. Experts are warning the current 40-year inflation high will only get worse. See how to protect your IRA with gold. Get a free info kit like this one at birchgold.com/Newsmax. There's no cost. There's no obligation. Just get your free info kit at birchgold.com/Newsmax.